Unit 6 review number 1. This is going to cover numbers 13 and 14. These are all dealing with different angles and arcs on the circle with all the degree measurements. Number 13. In circle O, there's circle O, measure of arc, that little M, remember, means measure. Measure of arc FG is 122 degrees, so there's that curve covers 122 degrees out of 360 for the circle. Measure of arc DG is 132 degrees. Find the measure of arc DF. Now there are other parts that we want you to find here, but let's go ahead and look at actually first measure of angle FOG. So if I take a look at FOG, this is, notice the symbol is angle, so we're not dealing with the curve on the actual circle. That's the angle measurement that we're trying to find here. And then notice that when I highlighted, I started at F, ended at G, so that means it's intercepting this arc. So it's intercepting that 122 degrees. Now in the previous problem, I think it was this one, the 103 went out to this arc. We had to double 103 to get the arc. Here, when the angle is at the center, we don't have to do anything at all to the arc. This angle is going to be the same as the arc. So angle FOG is just going to be 122 degrees. We don't have to do anything to that number at all. Now measure of arc DF. So if I go to arc DF in a different color, there's arc DF. I already know that these two arc measures, 122 and 132, arc DF combined with those other arcs make up the entire circle. So all three of these arcs together are going to make 360 degrees. So I have to take 122, 132, I have to add those together. I get 254. And then I subtract that from 360, and that's going to give me arc DF, and that ends up being 106 degrees. Then the last one, measure of arc FGD. So now I'm starting last color, F going through G all the way over to D is this major arc. And all I have to do for that is just combine the two arcs that I highlighted together. I already know this one's 122, this one's 132. And look, I already added those together right here. So those two arcs together, that major arc will be 254 degrees. Now number 14. It's giving us circle C to find, asking us to find measure of arc ADB. And again, it's got it split up. There's a few different parts we're actually looking for. So we know that this angle D is 66 degrees. So here comes the highlighter again. So I know this right here, that's the only thing I know about the problem. Now the first thing it asks for is arc AB. So I've already highlighted here, and that goes out to that same arc. Here's arc AB. Remember the last time, we started with that angle at the center, which was the same as the arc, which was equal to 122 degrees. Now, when that angle is pulled down onto the circle, when it's inscribed, remember it's not the same anymore. So that previous problem, we had to double it. That's what we're going to have to do here. We have to take that 66 degrees, multiply by 2. So arc AB is going to be 132 degrees when we multiply. So there's 132 degrees on that arc. Now it asks us to find the measure of arc ADB. So now this is the rest of the circle. We just found that this arc is 132. Arc ADB is the rest of the circle, so I have to take this answer, 132, and subtract from 360. That's going to give me 228 degrees. The last thing we're asking is, that is asking us to find the measure of angle BCA. Angle BCA is this central angle right here, which again goes out to 132. Remember the central angle, like this one, here is the same, exactly the same as the arc. So here we don't have to do anything to the 132. It's the same as that arc right there, 132 degrees.